Namaste, everyone. So I'd like to welcome you because I'm going to start my program on actually explaining the 4 pillars I've been talking about. I mentioned in some of my posts, and I really see the relevance of discussing the 4 pillars because this 4 pillars is really the foundation for building a character. And sometimes I use the example of instead of chasing butterflies, it's better for us to make a beautiful garden. And that garden that I'm actually speaking about is ourselves, the garden that what we could build in terms of development, character development. So there are 4 important principles or foundation that would allow us to build a very amazing or good character in ourselves. So the first pillar, which I will be speaking about in a few minutes, is the pillar of austerity. The second pillar is the pillar on cleanliness, the pillar of mercy and compassion, and of course, the pillar of truthfulness. So these 4 principles, or which I call foundation, is really what I've been working on since I was a kid, because I've learned that it's very important for us to first build the character, because the skills we could learn as we move on in life, but those skills would have no foundation to build upon if we don't work on these 4 principles, which I would like to dissect or dive into it in a more deeper manner. Okay? So what is the first pillar or principle we're going to be talking about today? That would be the pillar of austerity. Now, when you speak of austerity, some people think that austerity is inflicting pain or physical pain. Sometimes you would see this, in the Philippines where I come from, especially during like Holy Week. There would be people that would be thinking that they're going to be making some sacrifices by beating themselves up with a broken bottle of glasses and sort of like imitating the sacrifice that Lord Jesus Christ made. But that's not the sacrifice I'm actually talking about, or the austerity I mean. When I speak of austerity actually means when a person takes on some responsibility, and in the process of taking on responsibility, he experiences discomforts, or he experiences some discomfort in the performance of his duty. So this is a sacrifice. And why does he do that? Why do we, in the performance of our duty, would have to need to learn how to face and make some sacrifices or austerity in the performance of our duty? Is because we want to please someone. Because really, sacrifice and austerity is meant to please our loved ones. Yeah. So, and normally we would take on task, even if it's very cold. We would wake up in the morning and go to work. For example, if you're a father and you need to support your children, sometimes even the wife in their duty to take care of the family, they would cook even in the mid of summer where it is very hot. These were examples used in the past ages. But the point I'm trying to make, austerity is part and parcel of something that we should be harnessing or polishing in ourselves, because we cannot take responsibility if we don't practice austerity or taking on difficulty in the pursuit of our performance of our duty. So when we speak of austerity, okay, it's something that you face in the performance of your duty, and whatever that is, you don't back down, right? It's difficult, it's out of your comfort zone, but you need to perform, you still need to do it. And little bit by little bit, you develop the muscle to actually face the different challenges, because life is full of challenges. We all know this, okay? So it's just like in the beginning, yeah, if you go to the gym and you actually try to lift even a 10-pound, dumbbell, it's very difficult. It's heavy, your muscle couldn't take it. So you start something light. And as you perform, as you practice, you could experience some pain, right? But you do it because you want to be healthy. So these are, you sacrifice. Why do you sacrifice? Because I need to be healthy. And being healthy, I need to experience some pain. That's why they say in the gym, no gain, no pain, no gain. And that's kind of like it applies to everything we do in life, that if you don't experience pain or difficulty, you would not grow. So sacrifice simply means that I would go through the pain, okay, because it would develop me. I would go through the pain because it's going to help others. I'm going to go through the pain because it's going to be good for the welfare of others. And this is where a person actually becomes what is called a responsible man or a responsible person. Because responsibility actually is composed of two words: response and ability. So a person who is responsible, he immediately responds to the occasion and applies whatever ability he has. He would apply it and take on upon, and not wait for others to do that task that is in front of him right now. There's something in front of you, okay? The master plan is putting a test in front of you, some challenges in front of you, and you got to respond to it. Because if you don't respond, it simply means you're backing out. You're not being you're not responsible. You're not responding, and you're not applying yourself. And if you don't apply yourself, if you don't apply your ability, then you won't grow. Okay? So the application, the challenges, the practice, okay, is all there for you so that you'll have an opportunity to grow. So all of those challenges that we may see, you should not look at it as problems, but these are stepping stones that would make you grow to a better person. And so sacrifices, okay, is that pain that even athletes, anyone who wants to reach their goal, before you could achieve something, there are sacrifices that you have to make to get something. Okay, it's called the price that you pay. What is the price you pay to succeed? The price you pay is making a sacrifice. That's what it's all about. And without that, and it's not, you cannot pay for it. It's not something like, okay, I'll pay for my problems to go away. And sometimes people think in this way, that they think that money could actually solve all the problems they have. But in fact, it's the strength that you develop from taking on challenges one at a time. As they come, you don't back off. You don't back out, and you just fight it. I mean, you take it on, and you learn from it, and this is how you would grow as a person. So I would say, if there's whatever opportunity, and this thing always comes in front of us, if today you're experiencing some challenges, embrace it, because it's going to be good for you. So that's pretty much a little explanation on our first pillar, and there's just so much to tackle about, but I believe you got the main point, that sacrifice is essential, and sacrifice is like a muscle that we need to build, because if you are not willing to take sacrifices, then you would not grow as a person. So really, that's really the main point. That's why the pillar of sacrifice is fundamental with building character, and is part of being a human being. We gotta make sacrifices, especially for the people we love, because without sacrifices, then we won't be able to build or reach our goal. So just on that, and I want you to sleep on it, dwell on the subject, and we'll go on a much, bless you, on a deeper, more deeper points on those subjects, okay? For now, I leave you to it because I'm gonna perform some of my duties. I'm gonna work out tonight. Bye.